Hey Libra, this is your look at the astrology of February 2021. My name is Katie Sweetman. This is Empowering Astrology. So let's sort of zoom out for a bit. In fact, we are in Aquarius season. Aquarius is one of the last signs of the zodiac, so it's about life on a bigger level to begin with. But this month, at some point, we actually will have 6 planets in Aquarius. We'll have Venus in Aquarius starting on February 1st. Mercury's already in Aquarius. It's retrograde for the first few weeks of this month. We got the sun, we got the moon, the new moon on February 11th. Why am I mentioning Aquarius so much? Because as of December 17th, 2020, you have Saturn in Aquarius. And for you, Libra, Aquarius is your sign of creativity, self-expression, persona, identity, even children. So this part of your chart is really active this month. And this is a month when you have to start to get very serious about who you are. What are your talents? What are your abilities? What about you on a self level, identity level, persona level? Are you not being authentic with? So there's going to be some tension this month between you and your other you. What's that? Your inner saboteur, your shadow self, your psyche, the deepest parts of you, your fears. So there's going to be this dance that's happening. Now, with all these planets in Aquarius, the heavens are saying, like, who are you? Who are you really? When you strip away all the BS, the stuff that was stamped onto you, parents, family, ancestors, community, society, and it isn't you, what remains? So this could be the month that on a very mundane level, you are starting creative projects. You are getting very serious about something that you want to produce, you want to create. Mind you, Mercury is retrograde for most of this month. Whatever you are creating, you want to make sure that you're doing your Mercury retrograde due diligence. Maybe it's something from the past. Maybe you are, still trying to figure things out and waiting until after the 20th of February to get very precise and clear about what you want to do. But, starting with Venus going to Aquarius, Venus is your planet. It's going to meet up with Saturn and Uranus. It's going to make a conjunction to Saturn, meaning same place in the sky, on February 6th. At the same time, it's going to make a square to Uranus. Now, Uranus, as of 2018, 2019, is in a part of your chart that talks about the deepest parts of you, deep self, the parts that you want to keep hidden, like I said, the inner saboteur. So you already are trying to awaken to a part of yourself that maybe has been repressed or put away, or you need somebody to help you work through it and walk through it. Now, here comes Venus. Venus is, says to, or Saturn says to Venus, like, it's time to get serious, time to make some decisions, time to grow up, time to get really clear about things. Saturn can be very bracing in its quest for maturity and balance and cleanliness. Maybe it's time to get sober, maybe it's time to get clean. Maybe it's just a time to get really serious about some sort of art you have, some sort of talent you have, or something that you really want to do, or even how you want to individuate. So that's, the 6th of February just might be a little bit of an intense day. Just keep that in mind. And then a week later, we've got the new moon in Aquarius on February 11th. So this new moon is opening up a new time where it's about you. What makes you an individual? What sets you apart from others? What talents do you have? What abilities do you have as well? And how serious are you taking that? Sounds like a familiar story. So yeah, this new moon is sort of cementing and picking up on a story that began 2 months ago. You could argue actually began in March of 2020. So Saturn is saying, okay, what are we doing? What's our plan? Mercury is retrograde, so we can't be completely concrete in our planning right now. But here's the other thing. So in February, we have what's called a square between Saturn and Uranus. They are both going to be at a 90-degree angle. So what I'm saying for all the signs is that it's as if we have one foot in a new life this month. We have one foot in an old life. This old life could be the old us, our fears, our insecurities, things that we're still holding on to, even though they are way past their expiration date. These could be just old patterns. These old patterns that keep us small. So there is some sort of tension between these two parts of our life that we have to resolve, or at least try to start to resolve this month, because you're going to feel the pull. If you're always sabotaging yourself, for example, and it's getting in the way of you really producing something or sharing something or being something, then how do you resolve that? Is it therapy? Is it personal work? Is it getting sober? Is it getting very kind of clear and focused in some things, growing up, getting older? Do you make a jump into the new life? Do you build a bridge? Do you build new systems? Do you start to reorganize and rearrange things? So that square is on February 17th. We are going to have two more, just FYI, June 14th and December 24th. We'll talk about this more, of course, in the future. But as we get to the end of the month, the sun goes into Pisces on February 18th. So Pisces is your sign of health and wellness. It's time to focus on your physical life. Maybe it's tending to exercise or making some changes in diet. With Neptune in this part of your chart, since 2012, to be honest. Really look at the things that you are consuming that are not a good match for you. Sometimes Neptune in this part of the chart can talk to allergies or fatigue, or you're like, why do I feel this way? Well, it's energetic, or it's some sort of food that's not a good match for you on some level, or there's an allergy or something. But this is a time when you are focusing on your day-to-day life, getting organized, getting grounded, as much as one can get grounded with Neptune in this part of your chart. And then February 20th, Mercury goes direct. So you are getting a little bit clearer, hopefully a little bit clearer on these talents and abilities or aspects of self that you need to get very serious on. Then we go into the end of the month. We have a full moon in Virgo on February 27th. Now, Virgo for you represents spiritual health. It represents spiritual connection, retreat, letting go, whereas Pisces for you represents physical health. It's a little bit of a reverse side note. So how do you, if there's something that you need to let go of, then use that full moon to let it go. Let's shed an old pattern, shed an old addiction, shed the past, forgive, release. So this is a time where going into to March, you're really looking at your spiritual health, and maybe it's time to meditate. Maybe it's time to reflect more, especially if you're doing a lot of deep inner work to face parts of yourself that either you've been disconnected from or haven't been addressing. But good thing Uranus is kind of forcing you to look at these things. This is all about you growing up and all about you actually stepping into who you really are, as opposed to a version of self that is dictated by the past or other people or something else. So be you this month, Libra. There's a lot of planets that are kind of counting on you being yourself this month. But that said, my name is Katie Sweetman. This is Empowering Astrology. You can follow me online at empoweringastrology.com, on Instagram, Empowering Astro, Facebook, Twitter. Until next month, take care, be well. Bye.